Hey guys, and welcome to another First Impressions video, the video game series in which we look at a recent release game and I give you my first thoughts and impressions on it. Today we're looking at Tales of Tomorrow, the Experiment, which comes out on the 23rd of this month. It's a first-person social experiment game, I would assume, from what I've played so far. You wake up on a space station and you basically have to do tasks that are given to you by the AI within a certain amount of time. Now, me being the good little boy that I am, I have followed every task thus far without failure. However, we could possibly go into the chaos just to see what happens. As always, we'll look through the options first to see what options are available, and then we'll jump straight into the game and I will try and show you the best of my ability what's going on. It's certainly an interesting concept, and I can see how and why they've gone with the way they have. But let's see if it's any good, shall we? Let's jump straight into it. Alright, your options then. There's actually a fair amount here, although with how good the game could look, I feel like they could probably add a few more options and a few more pretty things in the game as well. It does use a controller or a keyboard. Honestly, I've been enjoying using a controller with this. It's just a little bit less to think about. But overall, you can switch between the two of them fairly easily. There's no issues there, which is always good. You've got your FPS limiter here, FOV, mouse sensitivity, inverted axis and language in the game options. Your video settings, you have resolution, display, brightness, gamma, texture quality, GPU texture memory limit, which is a nice feature to have. Dynamic shadows, post-processing, motion blur, grain, chromatic aberration, anti-aliasing, and VSync. All of these are on by default and maxed out, so the sort of settings sensor or configuration model seems to be pretty good to realize when your system can handle it. It's just, there would be nice if there was a few more options here, a few more variations instead of just on or off. Maybe being able to adjust them slightly would be nice, but on the whole, it's got pretty much everything you would expect. Your audio settings, very pleased to announce that it does go down to halfway. Although, looking at this, if I had to guess, that doesn't look halfway, even though it's at 0.5. So I would assume that you can actually go beyond 1, which would theoretically be maximum. But it's nice that it starts at least half volume. It stops you from getting your ears blown out. And then controls. This is the only point in which I've seen something that kind of irks me a little bit. And again, it's more sort of like the audio where half isn't half. It's that the controller keys kind of overlap. The RB overlaps with the word and it looks a bit messy. That could probably be sorted out pretty easily though. But you can rebind all your keys if you wanted, and you've got a lot to go down here. Interestingly, the scroll wheel doesn't work, which is a bit of a problem. And then you've got your controller settings here as well. So you can see all the things that you can add in. You can also then set to default if you so desire. So there's your options. Not bad, pretty robust. Could do with a bit of aesthetic cleaning up and a few more variations adding in for the video or graphics controls as well. Let's see what it plays like. Alright, we're on the station. It uses the age-old trope that you've woken up, you don't remember who you are, where you're from, you know you're on a space station, something feels off, all the crew are dead, and you are left with this AI, and you've kind of got to figure out what to do and complete the tasks, right? So, as you can see, it's doing the whole, Aria is your friend, regardless of what you say. You've got to complete tasks and you will receive a reward. And if we go through here, after we've had our breakfast, because if you don't eat your breakfast, you get shouted at. And there is a timer that ticks down with each task as well, which is a bit concerning to say the least. As you can see, look, it's told you to get somewhere. You've got 200 seconds to do it. And the more tasks you complete in a timely manner, the better the mood with the AI will be. And I'm assuming bad things happen if you don't do the tasks as requested. There is a map that you can go to, and it will show you where you need to go and what it is you need to do. So we need to make our way to Zone E, which means we've got to go through the maze and basically make our way to the first door on the left or right, depending on which way you're looking. You can run, but you don't honestly run very fast. The graphics they're actually pretty good. Like they're not terrible. You know, it looks pretty enough for what's going on, right? The fact that it's very bleak and drab because you're in a space station that's effectively unmanned. It doesn't look terrible. As you can see, you get different rewards. They give you breaks and stuff as well. I don't quite know what I'm supposed to be doing. Mirror left side. I don't understand. Oh, I see. Right. So we're gonna so you got different puzzles that you got to do, and you've got a certain amount of time to do it. So it needs to be that one. Needs to be that one. There you go. Yeah, it's interesting. Like I say, it's a social experiment, and I kind of want to see what happens when I don't. Oh wait, I can't turn that side. Duh. I'm being smart here. Really smart. It's not bad. I don't know how long I would want to play it for, and it does give me the heebie-jeebies with everything, because, you know, it's a very scary sort of eventuality to see where you're going to be effectively controlled like a lab rat. It's not something I ever want to come to pass, but there we go. Interesting concept, well thought out, not explained terribly well. One thing I will say is with controller you do have to be incredibly close to it in order for it to pick up what you're doing. I don't know whether if using a mouse and keyboard it would be a little bit easier. But so far it's not terrible. Like, it's not complicated to do, it's just understanding the task as quickly as possible and doing what it wants you to do. There you go. I wasn't quick enough. Apparently I wasn't quick enough. Oh no, what's going on? I got a short break. I failed. Cool. I was so close to getting it done as well. So rude. But there you go. So that's the game. Do it wrong, you get big red lasers and they get angry at you. Do it right, you get rewards. See how far in the puzzles you can get. See if you're able to escape the AI or whether the AI kills you. Let me know in those comments down below what you think, guys. I'm going to switch this off and run away from the scary AI. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Ciao, ciao.